Hi YouTube, in this video I'm going to go over some of the common questions I get asked frequently, and I hope that this can really help those who have very detailed personal questions. So starting off with the most recent one, Preeti Kumari said, can sensitive skin people use this? So this was posted on my Alpha Arbutin 2% by The Ordinary video. So the Alpha Arbutin 2% with hyaluronic acid is very safe for sensitive skin. I have sensitive skin, but there's no way of knowing if everyone in the world can use it without having any issues to it. It could be the issues with Alpha Arbutin or the hyaluronic acid or some other non-active ingredients. So it's really hard to say, but generally speaking, that product is very safe for the skin. Alpha Arbutin for the skin topically is very safe. At 2% particularly is very safe. It's a derivative hydroquinone, so it's not likely to cause the issues of hydroquinone. So yeah, you can use this long term. Next question is it good for darkness around the lips? So I use it particularly focusing it around my mouth because that's where I got post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation from perioral dermatitis, and it works really well. I think while I use the product, I see a huge improvement in my hyperpigmentation, and it works really quickly. If you know how to use it correctly, it works really fast. Next, can I use Ronak Ahmed Oshi commented, can I use ordinary glycolic acid toner before applying alpha arbutin serum? My skin type is oily to combination plus acne spots. Please answer. So yes, you can use alpha arbutin with glycolic acid toner. However, the rule is to use glycolic acid first on your dry skin. So make sure your skin is not damp. And then after you use your glycolic acid toner, you should use alpha arbutin if you want to incorporate them in the same routine. Because alpha arbutin is very humectant rich because of the hyaluronic acid, I would recommend using them in different routines so that you don't have added increased sensitivity from the acid. Really depends on your skin, but they will not cancel each other out if you use them in the same skincare routine, if you use them carefully without overdoing the exfoliation. Next, I heard you should not put this close to your eyes, and this was by Astrid, and this was for my buffet with copper peptides. So buffet with copper peptides, I think on the Ordinary's website, maybe it says to not use this around the eyes. I like to use it around my eyes because that's my target area. Using like peptide based products that target fine lines and wrinkles in like your 20s. I'm in my 20s right now. And I think it doesn't require it, like you don't need to, but because I have very sensitive skin on the eyelids, because I accidentally used a steroid cream for my eyes, I have very chronic, sensitive, irritable eyes, and I have fine lines on the top of my lid and under my eyes right here. And I think these things get worse with stress and anxiety and things like that. So I think the rule of thumb is to not use it in sensitive areas on the face when you're using copper peptides. But because that's the area that I want to focus on, I've been able to use it without causing any irritation. In fact, it's helped my skin a lot in maintaining its collagen and also it's really helped my skin not feel overly sensitive when I use makeup, or sometimes even a tiny piece of hair that gets stuck in like an eyelash or something can really irritate me and set me off. But that doesn't happen when I have been consistent with using copper peptides. I think they've really helped my skin, particularly because I have very thin skin there. The steroid cream has really changed the anatomy of my skin. So yeah, copper peptides are great regenerative for the skin. Next question is, what is the name of the retinol that I use around my eyes? So Chemist Confessions actually makes a really great retinol product for the face and the eyes. I love using that. I continue to use it around my eyes. It has niacinamide, it has it has niacinamide, it has Centella asiatica, it has peptides. I think they have haloxyl, and it works really well together, and it has retinol at 0.3%. And which mineral sunscreen do you like for my skin, for your skin? I like using the Elta MD UV Clear. So it's been a while since I've used mineral sunscreens. I think I've moved on from mineral sunscreens, quite honestly. I still recommend them if you find that they're the best ones that work for your skin tone, your needs, for your budget, whatever the reason may be. For me personally, I think my personal belief is that organic UV filters are stronger than mineral filters, and I think you get a lot more flexibility in the formulations, and they also come in the tinted versions now, and they look a lot more cosmetically elegant for my personal needs. So I like organic filters that are tinted. I don't prefer to use purely mineral sunscreens anymore. But I still want to use the Australian Gold Australian Gold sunscreen in the darker shades, the tinted ones. I have another question from Ella Rose. Apparently you have to discontinue the use after 3 months. Is that true? How long do I take a break before I start it again? So this is for alpha arbutin video. You don't need to take a 3-month break. Alpha arbutin at 2% is very safe to use twice a day, morning and at nights. It's very stable, so you don't have to worry about any kind of complication. You can use it with peptides, you can use it with vitamin C. It's very stable. Excuse me. You can use it continuously long term. It doesn't have the same side effects as hydroquinone that requires you to stop using it after 3 months. I have another question. Is the CeraVe retinol day cream beneficial for oily skin? I think it would be, because I believe that it was I kind of forget the texture. It was a little, like, it clumped up a little bit, and it was moisturizing. I think because I have dry, sensitive skin, it would cling a bit to my skin, and because it has sensitive for the morning times, I think you can. I genuinely think you can use it with oily skin. Can 17 use this? Alpha arbutin, I don't think it has any age limit. Of course, you're not allowed to use it if you don't feel comfortable to, and if you feel like, if your purpose is to change your skin color, it's not going to do that. If you, I don't know, you can use it when you're 17. There's nothing wrong with using that product. Next, where do you purchase this? Are you in the States? I believe this video is for La Roche-Posay sunscreen. So unfortunately, the La Roche-Posay sunscreen video that I posted is a product that I bought from a European website, an e-commerce website. So it's not, that particular formulation with those particular UV filters are not available in Canada or in the US. Jasmine said, hey, I have a bit of hyperpigmentation around my mouth. Do you think alpha arbutin can help me with that? So yeah, like I said, alpha arbutin definitely helps with hyperpigmentation, old and new, but it doesn't get you all the way to the normal baseline. So I encourage you to use alpha arbutin with either chemical peels, tretinoin, any kind of laser treatments you might be doing, any other pigment inhibitors that you want to use, but you have to use them constantly. And once you stop, if it's not a post-acne sort of inflammation, it's likely to reoccur, like the pigmentation comes back. So I would encourage you to just keep using it with treatments that are going to stop the hyperpigmentation long term, like tretinoin and chemical peels or lasers. Like use things that will make the melanocytes just stop producing pigment in that overdriven state. Next, Jessica asks, I literally just used mine 2 to 3 weeks ago. For the first time, I was using it at night with the TCL serum. I woke up the next day, my skin looks amazing. Matt, I did not know about this. So this is about the Drunk Elephant Protein Peptide sample that I got from Sephora years ago. I love that moisturizer, but I can't afford it. I don't see myself, I can't justify the cost for the one item. Sometimes I see myself spending like $100 for like a bunch of items, but spending $70-$80 for just one moisturizer is hard for me. So that's why I've not been able to buy the full size. Any updates on the 7% copper peptides? So I have done a video on the 7% copper peptides accelerant that I bought from an American website, from Dr. Peckard's website. And I put that into my Ordinary's multi-peptide / buffet serum. It really helps with my skin. I focus it around my eyes. I put the remainder of it on my face. The largest improvement I've seen has been the hair growth in my eyebrows, the fine lines and wrinkles I have on the top of my lids, and then the under eye area has really significantly improved for me. So the bottle that someone asked me, how much does the product, like how much of the 7% copper peptides do you get? You get 15 mils of product. It is 84 American dollars, so it is expensive, but it lasts a really long time, and you have a lot more flexibility as to how you want to use it. So you can use it into your serums, moisturizers. It's ready to use and put into products. Of course, there's limitations as to what you can add it to. Make sure that you're not adding it in strong vitamin C products and strong any products that is strong, like acids. Hyaluronic acid is fine. I'm talking about like strong, no glycolic acid. Azelaic acid I think is fine. Azelaic acid is fine. No glycolic acid, no salicylic acid, none of those kind of acids. And yeah, that seems like all the ones that I can see that I haven't answered. So I hope I've answered your question here. If you have more questions, leave them down in the comment section, and I'm gonna try to do answering questions as a monthly thing, and that way people can get detailed answers in a video. Thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Take care.